Good, well, afternoon, guys. Welcome to, well, that's essentially day 3 of our shield and sword build. If you guys remember, around the time just before Atlanta, when we were building the sword for Elise's costume, right? Yeah. We found out that you could actually use a thing called aluminum tape, which is not that hard to find once you know where to find it. But if you guys remember, I looked for it through the entire, I think it was Lowe's where I went, everywhere. And since in America air conditioning is a very normal thing, there are like 2 chances where you can find it, either like in the plumbing section or in the more air conditioning section. Germany doesn't have air conditioning at all, really, because we use a different way of cooling stuff. It doesn't get as hot, really. So I was trying to find an air conditioning section, and we looked through the plumbing. Yes.
I think the thing you wanted to say is we build differently, so we don't really need air conditioning.
Also that, but it's the temperatures in the houses are different than in the US. I miss air conditioning so much. But here's the thing I love about Germany. Once again, we're into my favorite store that we've been to now. They owe us sponsorship at this point. This is the thing I love. We actually looked all over the place and we actually asked an employee, like, hey, would you know where we could find it? It's tape, so guess where?
In the tape section.
Over there. And it's not even that expensive, and here's the good part about it. It's shiny just as the other stuff, so that's good. For the work we used some wood glue, which is like the classic stuff.
Not for me, for the shield.
And we're gonna glue her to the shield, that's the whole point of it. But basically it's just to seal it so she can paint it and everything.
Guys, after we have done all the dust, we're using masks.
Yeah, while we were busy with it, we should have actually worn masks, but we were stupid like that. And we learned the hard way, because you should wear a mask, what we did.
I think I'm still like coughing. The foam.
Yeah, yesterday I'm pretty sure I was lightheaded because of that. Yesterday we finished most of the fabrication part of it. We still need to do some minor details on the shield, but that's nothing more than trying to make it work, make it adaptable, because we're still using the foam. And honestly, the foam is really hard to work with, especially when you do more detailed stuff. Like the actual shield part wasn't that hard. You just put the grinder on there and it's fine. Now the actual detail work starts, and that becomes a little bit more difficult. And yesterday I tried to do the sword details, which, well, didn't work because the bits that we had on the Dremel tool, they were not built for what we did. Also, the Dremel tools are probably broken, or I broke it because it didn't work at all. It worked for 5 minutes, and then, yeah, it didn't want to cooperate with us at all. So I'm probably just going to work on what we have. The actual sword from Lagatha is not that detailed to begin with.
I wanted it a bit more fancy. So.
Yeah, but the problem is because normally you would use actual copper or actual metal. It's different because you can etch that kind of stuff, or you can actually finely detail those. Then a Dremel would definitely work because it just doesn't randomly take away half a piece of wood, like happened yesterday to me.
A few moments later.
So far I'm really kind of happy and impressed. The shield is here and I'm working with EVA foam for the first time, and the cool thing is it actually gives it already like a wooden structure, which is really cool, if you can see it here. And I added the rim. It's a bit rough right now. I'll fix that later in post. And the back is a back of a closet, and that was for free. I found it. We have some sort of how could you say that, it's almost like a service where you put your stuff outside to the curb and the city picks it up. It used to be like every whatever month, once per month. Let's turn around here, see, Jurre is just cleaning it because we kind of made a mess.
Not only that, but I can't stand the mess. It's ridiculous.
It is. And my dad was like, oh my god, they made so much mess. There's a lot of
stuff, but the problem is it's all everywhere. But here's the cool part. All the cabinets and stuff are still kind of empty. So depending on how much I can sort, I should be able to get most of this like just in their boxes as they are. Because I know your dad will be good enough. He's like, oh, you cleaned my stuff up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I cleaned up because it's a mess.
So now all his tools
are in the closet. It's kind of like a thank you for being able to use the workshop.
I actually came here to show you the sword. So this is a Viking-ish sword.
Viking styled.
It's closer to Christian Fletcher's Shield Maiden, and he made it after original like piece, a Viking piece. I wanted it a bit more fancy than Lagathar's because it's less fancy.
Plain, yeah.
Yeah, so it actually has that nice groove here, and yeah, and it's not for blood, even if people think so.
Well, it reduces weight. That's the first thing.
There is the guard here, the pommel here. We still need to talk about how to make the
leather work,
the actual grip here. Probably.
I made it work so when you grab it, it should be fine size-wise, because most of the time they're just like this. They're not anything special, really.
Yeah, but it fits perfectly. I mean, it's a one-handed sword anyways.
The one this is modeled after has like a middle piece that is metallic.
Yeah.
So I could probably use the aluminum tape.
Draw it here. Okay, this battery is empty. See? There, in the middle. Anyway, so this turned out really cool so far. I like it. And I'm going back outside. Like I mentioned before, this is the first time actually that I'm working with EVA foam. And as far as I know, heat treating is important, and then primer and so on, or at least sealing and then primer. Whatever, it's probably the same thing. So here, that part, I hope you can actually see it. So that part here, I did not use the heat gun on that part here, which is a bit more shiny. See that? That is why I used the heat gun on, so I think that should be fine. Let's try it on the big one. So the inner part is, done. Needs to dry. I need to add more here and to the outside. And then I have to wait. Blip, 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 blip. Happy birthday. Jurre wanted to make you fairy cakes. You're a pretty princess. And we don't want to put a lot of candles on there, so...
I'm 5 years old.
No, 3 and 2.
I'm 5.
Yes, you're 2. 5. Wish.
You're gonna set these off.
Oh. And you may die of diabetes or something, because this is diabetes on your cake.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Thank you.